Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Another reaction video. This time we are checking out A Plague Tale Requiem. Now this one has been delayed a couple of times, but I can honestly say, I'm trusting what these developers know, and if they feel that the game's not ready, it's not ready. Or I'd much rather get a more polished product at the end of it than a game that's rushed with lots of bugs and glitches, cyberpunk, stuff like that. So looking forward to seeing this gameplay overview trailer. Hopefully it'll give us a bit of an idea of how the game is going to play out. I really enjoyed the first game, A Plague Tale Innocence. I did actually do a live playthrough of that on the channel as well. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video, guys, if you do want to go and check that one out. Really cool game. Interesting mechanics. It's sort of heavy stealth, but there's elements of action and adventure in there as well. Very linear. It's not an open world game. So it'd be interesting to see if they take the same stance for this game or if they decide to go for a very different approach. So this is my reaction to the recent gameplay trailer. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Stay here and patrol. Report if you see one bloody rat.
I knew it. All right. Move quick.
Far across the sea, an island calls.
Nothing ever stays nice. It always turns bad.
Things aren't always nice, but you can change them.
How?
The way we always do. We fight.
How far will you go to save the ones you love? A Plague Tale Requiem picks up a few months after the end of Innocence.
There you go.
Right around the first days of summer. Amicia and Hugo are headed south, along with their mother Beatrice and the young alchemist Lucas, reaching places still spared by the devouring plague, the raging wars, and the rabid rats that are running rampant in the north.
Is that a fair?
Beneath the warm sun of 14th century Provence, the Daroons are almost able to enjoy a normal life.
You're great!
But for a recurrent dream that Hugo has been having of a mysterious island that calls him.
These look like teeth. It's a two-teeth island.
How come nobody noticed their disappearance?
Maybe nobody cares.
Maybe.
One day, the macular illness that's been dormant inside Hugo awakens, and the dreaded living nightmare begins again.
Whoa. The rats
In
are
the
back.
wake, Amicia finds herself with no other choice but to trust her brother's dreams and head further south towards the elusive island before he's consumed by the terrible macular affliction.
The bite, yes. They've locked the arena down. They let them die here.
It's starting all over again.
Her mind is made up. She will find a cure in what dreams and prophecy may hold.
Get used to it.
With almost no one they can trust,
This is your life now.
Amicia and Hugo must traverse land and water as restless forces stand against them.
Amicia, you all right?
After the events of last winter, Amicia is hardened, experienced, and when backed against the wall, can be surprisingly resourceful.
Yes!
With several new tricks up her sleeve, she is now able to freely choose between striking from the shadows or unleashing hell with a variety of equipment and tools. Hugo wants more than ever to help his big sister and not hinder their progress.
We need to leave or we'll doom everything.
The macula within him is a double-edged sword that has deepened his connection with the rats.
The rats. They can feel people's blood. Now I can too.
This powerful ability can decimate entire squads of soldiers, but takes a severe toll on Hugo every time he uses it.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Thankfully, their journey brings not only hardship, but also unexpected friends. These colorful characters help the Daroons carry their terrible burden,
It's not my first time.
while offering unique skills and resources to bring them closer to their elusive goal.
Move as soon as he's gone. It never lost. Got it.
For Amicia and Hugo, the road ahead will test the limits of what they can endure on all levels, and just how far they're willing to go. Reaching the island is only the first step to truly understanding the terrible affliction that's stricken their family. As the lines between reality, fantasy, and fate dissolve, keeping it together and finding the cure to save Hugo will be nothing short of a miracle. But Amicia has hope, and hope is the last thing lost.
Others are burned in it. If you kill, be ready to be killed.
No! No!
Wow.
A Plague Tale Requiem releases October 18th on PlayStation 5.
Wow. Really, really amazed by that, guys. Where to begin? So obviously this is set a few months after the first game, as it told us in the trailer. It looks like everything about the first game is here. Everything that we loved about the first game in terms of the combat, the rats. So you're not going to want to play this if you've got a fear of rats.
Oh, they're in my boots!
There's lots of rats in this game, as there is in the first one. It looks like it's going to directly follow on from the story. What's really cool as well, that we're actually going to get to use some of Hugo's powers in this game, i.e. control the swarms of rats. But as it mentioned in the game trailer here, it looks like that's also going to take a hold on Hugo. So will that drain his health? Would it actually have story implications if we keep using it too much? Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out. So it looks to be exactly what the first game was all about, and I absolutely loved the first game. It was so original, so different. The story was unique. There's rats in it. It's all about a plague, obviously, and Hugo's been afflicted by the plague. So you can see in the background there, he's got sort of like a really dark scar or vein across his face. So my hunch is, if we don't cure him by the end of this game, he's going to die, and my feeling is it may well pass on to the main character. Who knows? But I'm not sure if there's plans to be a third one, but I would imagine there will be, or they may leave it fairly open as they did with the first game if they want to hit onto a trilogy. I would love a trilogy, so hopefully that happens and they get some good results from this one. But it looks really, really good, guys. I love the upgrade to the mechanics. I love now that you can go in stealthily or go a little bit more head on with the main character, because the first game was very much about stealth. There wasn't many areas or opportunities for you to go in heavy-handed, swing in, guns blazing. The best weapon you had was this poxy little rock sling that did very little, and you got the odd smoke bomb and stuff like that now and then, but apart from that, it was literally a get from A to B without being seen. If you have to take a couple of them out, do so, but other than that, try and get to A to B without being seen. Whereas this one, it looks like the combat is going to open up a lot more. You're going to have more sort of flexibility with how you approach each situation and each character within each area. So something I'm really, really excited about, and we haven't got too far to wait. October the 18th, this one's going to be released. I will, again, 100% be getting this one, guys, and I will be doing a full playthrough on the channel. As I said, I have already done a full playthrough of the first game, so if you do want to go and check that one out and see what you've missed out, I will leave a link to that in the description of this video. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are you happy with the trailer? Are you looking forward to it? And if you haven't played the first game, is this prompting you to go back and play it? I would strongly recommend that you do before picking this one up, because otherwise you will miss a lot of the elements to the story. But for me personally, the first game was a hell of an experience. It's a great story. There's fantastic drama in there. There's elements where it reminded me very much of Game of Thrones in terms of the tension and the unpredictability of what happens. So you're missing out if you haven't played that first one. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please do leave a thumbs up. Why not consider subscribing to the channel as well if you do enjoy the content. And I hope to see you in the next reaction video. Until then, take care of yourselves and I'll see you again soon. Watch out for those ratties. Peace.